In this video, I sit with one of our successful students, Fernando, who joined one of our training programs in April, a few months ago, and now his lead generation website is getting on average 15 calls or more per day. And he really put in a lot of work into his website. He moved on to his second one. I just wanted to share this interview with you so you can learn a little bit about Fernando, what he's doing, what he looks to accomplish with this new skill now, and exactly where he's heading.
All right.
How you doing, man?
You look tan. You went to the beach or something?
Yeah, I was outside.
Oh, nice.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I start with these like jiu-jitsu classes. So I have one at 10:15.
Oh, very nice. Well, I appreciate you jumping on.
Yeah.
Real quick, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, what's your background? Where are you from?
I'm from Venezuela. I have been living here for almost 4 years. And as I told you before, I was working on sales since the day I get here. And then with all of this COVID-19 thing, I was looking some ways into make money. I tried with cryptocurrencies. I tried with trading on the forex on the change market. I think I talked to you about that before, right?
Yeah, you mentioned something like that about the forex.
Yeah, and then I was looking into the website for any other ways to make money around, and I found this program about lead generation sites. Um, that was the one that I was talking about to you, but that guy charged, I don't know, like $6,000 just to teach you how to do it.
Yeah. And now, do you have
And
internet experience before or no? Just is this like prior to our training? Have you ever done any internet marketing or no?
no, no, nothing,
And
nothing.
when did you join our training? How long? How back?
I think it was on April. Just give me 1 second. It was at the end of April or something like that.
And what do you think about the training so far?
Well, it was really good, and the main thing that I like is I can bother you anytime, and you are always replying to my question.
That's the idea.
Yeah,
Is
it
you
was.
want to go through the training. We try to put as much information in there. And we try to update it and put the more questions we have, the more the team can put content that answers those questions. But yeah, we're there because there's gonna obviously questions are gonna come up. So yeah, we're always there trying to answer it. But also it's on you guys where you start taking massive action. And I know you're on your second website now, right? You're on your second one.
Yeah, yeah,
Your first one, though, you had a unique story because you're in a unique niche. And then I know everything lined up. There was search volume there, and you're like, I'm going to go for this. And you started working, and now you turn that into your own business, though, right? Correct? Like you turn that model into
yeah,
your own business.
yeah.
Yeah, talk a little bit about that. Like, how did that happen? So you created this website, and then when you started getting leads, and how did it turn into your own personal
So,
business?
uh, so as I told you, I get the idea of doing on that niche because I have a cousin back in Miami that he owns like 10 of those type of business. So I started doing that. But with all of these coronavirus things, as I told you, every single guy that I called to sell leads, they told me that they were too crowded. Uh, they were like super full. So I was like, okay, it seems like it's a pretty good business. And by I think I was like in the third week of the website. Yeah, when I opened the website, like by the third week, I was getting like 15 daily calls and like 20 emails. So I just
Really,
found
per
a
day?
partner. Yeah, yeah, per day. So I just found a partner and I told him about the project and we started doing it.
So, I mean, 15 calls per day is a lot. I mean, that's a lot. Obviously, hit a home
Yeah.
run with the niche and the location. You really hit a home run, because even 4 or 5 leads per day is a lot. So to get 15 leads, and then you just monetized it by starting that as your own company. And how's it going?
Yeah.
Everything going good?
Yeah, it's going pretty good actually. Um, we are gonna start doing that on Tampa and Daytona. I was thinking on do it, and you told me the same. Like I should start trying to expand myself. Um, and the other website that I'm working right now, it's like in the similar market.
Yeah,
So, but as far as the business going, I have customer every single day. So,
that's incredible.
and I didn't spend any money on Google Ads or things like that. I just going through your training and have the website the way that you did tell me to do it. I don't pay for advertisement or anything like that.
And how big would you say your GMB? Because I know you ended up getting that verified. How big of a role does that play? I'm sure you're getting some good traffic from there too, right?
Every time that I don't know if the GMB, it's, I think they give me like a weekly review or something like that. It's not daily.
Yeah.
I think it's weekly. Um, the first week that because I right now with all the calls, I'm like always working with customers. But the first week that I was checking it out, I get like 16 or 1700 visits and like 600 calls, something like that. It was something crazy.
Wow. So let me ask you this. As far as the website, the GMB, that's obviously bringing in a lot of your traffic. As far as all the elements in our training, was it easy to follow for you, or was it difficult? What would you get? Is there any tips you give some other students that just came in? Would there be anything that you can help them a little bit? Any tips at all?
Well, I don't know what type of package do you have right now. Uh, because as I told you, we did that like on April. So I don't know if you have like the same package for everybody, but I will recommend the package that you are gonna able to help, because as I told you, it was easier to me, but you were always there. So even if something didn't work the way I wanna work, you help me with that. So
The thing is, this is, we're getting a lot of students that are getting success now, and then there's always students that are on the fence of even starting. They'll join, and then they're like, oh, it looks like there's a lot of work here, or they have a lot of questions. They get caught up with picking a niche. They're like, I don't know if I should do this. We all go through that. And also having a little bit of patience. When you build your first site, you can't expect in 1 week all of a sudden you're getting 15 calls per day or even 5 calls per day. But in time, it's what happens in time is what's amazing. In time is when your site can really start to power up, especially if you start going through the training, building the links, on-page optimizing, getting your GMB, all that stuff. And that's when it kicks in, is when you start to really start seeing some lead flow come in. And I mean, in your position, I would say, what did it take, a few months to get to where you are, or was it relatively quickly?
yeah, it was quickly.
Okay.
It was really. The thing is that when you get the customers, you can do whatever you want. You can sell them, or you can just get a partner, because in any business, customers is the main thing. If
Yeah.
you go to anybody and you tell him that you have like an idea and you just need money, but you already have the customers, it's like half of the business is done. You just need the money. That's all.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. And you have the right mindset moving forward to, as long as I could get this to start producing some leads, I could turn it into money. I know that. You're on your second website. I look forward to jumping on another call in a few months and actually seeing where you are with your first website in business and then your second. And like I said to you, I would keep expanding, and maybe as you're making some money from your businesses and stuff, start going into some of the competitive areas And what you could also do when you're in the competitive areas, you can message me, because there is some tips and tactics in the more competitive spaces that you can do to help you out. But I first always say start here. That's why picking the right niche and location in the beginnings so you could taste a little bit of success is good. But once you start expanding, if you go into a really competitive space, the call volume's insane, and also there's just bigger
Yeah,
money in there.
yeah, I know that. Like uh, where I am compared to Miami, the search terms here are like it says like 1,500, and in Miami it's like 15,000. So
Yeah, I mean, those are crazy numbers. Usually we tell people, even local search, anything around 100, 200, that's good. So like when you could see local search volume around 1,000 or more, those are usually very, very competitive niches though. But you really
yeah,
are in like a nice little pocket. Like what you're in is good. And I seen that from the beginning. I said, this is unique. I think this is going to be a home run. And sometimes that's why it's so important to get the niche and location down correctly. And from there, it's, the sky's the limit.
one of the main things, I don't know if somebody is gonna be worried about it, is the, that from the beginning I was worried about the trademarks and all of that type of things that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Um, and since I was doing the first model, I was telling you, okay, I want to do anything, everything legal. What's happening? Somebody else have a name like that, blah 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 blah. So I do speak with a lawyer the last time that I told you, and he told me that with generic names, that was actually what people should do, like a a very specific type of name, like let's say roofing in Austin, Texas, or whatever. There are not problem with that. Nobody can trademark that, so you can make how many, I don't know, 100 size if you wanted it. Nobody can sue you or anything like that.
I'm actually really happy that you just brought that up, because that actually paralyzes a lot of students and people that get into the training, any training. They overthink everything. They go, okay, I'm going to start this business, but what if this? Oh, I need this. What about this?
Yeah.
See, the thing is, that mindset slows you down.
As I told you, I already speak with a lawyer, and he told me you can do, if you want, like 1,000 sites. Nothing
Yeah,
is gonna happen to you because nobody
I've
can
never,
trademark those
I've
type of
never
names.
had any problems. I've never had any problems. I don't worry about
That
what if this, what if
Yeah,
that.
I don't know if somebody think the same way that uh, I used to think, but at the beginning that was my only concern.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. And people get this confused too. They think that if you're selling the leads, how am I doing that off of a site that's really not the business that's doing the work's website? And people don't understand, this is going on all over the place. There's lead generation programs, sites all over the place. And then there's big companies like Home Advisor. They don't do the work either. They sell the leads. So it's a completely legit business model. It's the business concept works. It's just that when there's fear of, I need a contract, do I need this? That stuff
Yeah,
actually slows you down.
I don't know if it is because I like to make sales, um, but like the second website that I'm opening right now, do you know that is almost like for the same type of business? Um, but I get a lot of customers asking me for that service, so I have like a third party company that work with me, and I not. It's like I sell the leads to them because at the end I get a commission for that, and I just, every time that a customer called me about that service, I told him, yeah, I offer that service, but I'm too full right now. So I have this third party company that works with me. If you want to do it, they are going to do this. They are going to be the ones that are going to take care of you. And that's all.
Making things happen. I love it. Well, I'm going to let you go, Fernando, but in a few months, once I see that other site's rocking, I'm sure you'll message me once that's doing well. I definitely want to jump on another call.
All right. I'm going to be texting you almost every day. You know that.
I know. So yeah, shoot us the messages. We'll always answer them. And again, I can't wait to see where you take the business, and any tips that you have, like even the tip, honestly, of, listen, I spoke to a lawyer and he said this is completely fine. Like that gives a lot of motivation to the other students, because a lot of them have that weighing on their mind. So those type of tips and that type of information
Yeah.
is very vital. You know, it's good to share in the group too, that information. They'll see this video in the group as well. But I'll let you go do your jujitsu. We'll keep in touch. And yeah, man, I just can't wait to see what you're doing in a few months from now.
All right. Thank you, James.
I appreciate you jumping on.